Next one. Right about.
Hi everybody, I'm Carlton Wing.
And I'm Greg Peters with Superior Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Conway.
We are thrilled to bring you FLW Arkansas, a brand new series with the best anglers in the state on the best waterways in the state.
Absolutely, and we're thrilled to be a part of it as well, and what a beautiful lake to start it off at.
It is beautiful. Lake Ouachita, always great. Let's head to the water right now. Early morning at Mountain Harbor Resort. Well before sunrise, the anglers are already up and active. Launch is still over an hour away, but the marina is full of boats and optimism for a great day on beautiful Lake Ouachita. This is the first event in the Walmart FLW Tours Bass Fishing League. This is the Arky Division's season opener, the first of 6 regular season events. Now, for those unfamiliar with tournament fishing, anglers compete for big money and big bragging rights locally right here in Arkansas. Today, 125 boats will take the water. One will carry a champion to his fish and back to the weigh-in scales this afternoon, where nearly $4,500 awaits. But first, anglers have to check in.
As you can see over the shoulder here, the anglers are starting to launch. They're getting taken off in boat order, but they got to pass through here first. Stephen, tell me a little bit about what your job is here.
Well, in the mornings, all the boats are going to have to come through, no certain order, but when they come through, we check to make sure their live wells are working, their keel switches are hooked up, and when they come through, verify that everything's safe on their boat and that the fish will at least have a good chance to stay alive with the live wells working. We'll give them a key float according to their boat number, which they got last night when they got paired up with their partner. And then from there, they go out and go fishing. They come back at a certain time, hand us their key float, and they're checked in and ready to weigh in.
All right, so it goes fairly seamlessly and fairly quickly, too.
Typically, yes. First tournament's usually the worst. A lot of people don't sign liability release forms, which they have to do for insurance purposes and things like that. But this one, for a first tournament of the year, has been pretty good.
Anglers are excited as they await the launch. Each boat positions itself based on their assigned boat number to take off safely in sequence. Then it is throttle down and a thrilling ride to get to that first spot. After the national anthem is played, tournament director Mark McWaugh calls the first boat number, and it is game on.
Mark McWaugh just said goodbye to the last boat, and they are off and on the water. And so now we'll see how these anglers handle the conditions today. And one of the tough parts is going to be the fact that there are hardly any clouds in the sky and there's no wind. The tournament anglers are going to need to catch their fish early to be able to bring in a big sack this afternoon.
Or so conventional wisdom would say. You know, fish have a way of rewriting the rule book, and that's what keeps it interesting. So off we go on a brisk morning run, riding the smooth water and watching the sun battle the fog for scenic supremacy. Our first stop is with Jeremiah Kindy of Benton. As we pull up to a scene straight out of a beautiful painting, Kindy is already pulling in his 4th fish of the morning. This is our first stop of the day. This is Jeremiah Kindy out of Benton, Arkansas. Jeremiah is already off to a hot start. 4 fish here in the first hour. Still in the Alabama rig. It's just some shad color here. This color doesn't really matter very much as long as you got the action going. Jeremiah, off to a good start. That has to help you feel good here at the beginning.
It does. I mean, normally for me, the first one and the last one's the 2 hardest ones to catch, you know. So I got the first one out of the way anyway.
And a couple extra to boot.
Yeah. This morning, I mean, I know I got 4 fish already, but it's really, not as good as I thought it'd be right off the bat. I thought we'd both have a limit by now, really. They were stacked in here yesterday.
You have a few more areas kind of like this picked out?
I've got a bunch like this, but I haven't been catching any big ones out here deep. All my better fish have been shallow, so once we get a limit or whatever, I'll probably change and do something different.
How deep are they right now?
They're in about 25 to 35.
What keeps you hooked?
Man, to me, I just like to meet people and you know, you get to draw a co-angler every time, so you never know who you're gonna meet and what you're gonna get for the day, and it's just, and I love fishing, so it's just fun. God, dog. There you go. Man, I was reeling it through there and one not slacking, and I thought, oh no, I just missed him. And I guess another one come back and got it.
Well, that's your limit fish, right?
That's number 5, I believe. I don't know what time it is, but that makes me happy. That right there allows you just to calm down the rest of the day, you know? Culling time.
We'll just stay here all day, Jeremiah.
What's that?
Oh, we'll stay here all day.
I will too if that keeps happening.
When FLW Arkansas returns to the water,
She got her own Facebook page, Bass and Sassy.
FLW Arkansas is brought to you by Superior Auto Group. Not just better, superior. And by Bad Boy Mowers. Mow with an attitude. And by Certified Arkansas Bait Fish. Healthy, hardy, and safe. Log on to safebait.org. And by Intova Cameras.
Hey guys, it's my favorite time of year, because it's time for a bad boy.
Power, performance, cut. A better mower at a better price. And it's all Bad Boy. Industry-leading innovation with our patented Easy Ride system and swing-away design built right in. It's a better mower any way you cut it. 747 cc's, 60-inch cut, $49.99.
Classic American muscle and a blast to drive. That's Bad Boy, baby. Mow with an attitude.
Welcome back to FLW Arkansas. Since this is our debut show, let's go over how the FLW system works. The initials FLW originally are a tribute to Arkansas's own Forrest L. Wood, the founder of Ranger Boats and one of the true pioneers of tournament bass fishing. FLW is the largest tournament organization in the world, with the top-tier FLW Tour featuring the best professionals in the sport. There are 2 other leagues in which anglers can fish. The FLW Costa Series is a set of 5 regional divisions. Anglers compete in 3-day tournaments and for big prize money. The best anglers in the Costa Series can earn a spot on the top-level FLW Tour. Then there's the Bass Fishing League, which is a set of 24 local series. This provides the weekend angler an opportunity to fish a top-quality tournament and not have to travel far or long. Each of these regular season events are 1 day. For those who choose to, top anglers can work their way up to the next level. Or many choose to keep their jobs during the week and fish the BFLs on the weekend. And that's the case for Jeremiah Kindy of Benton. He's fished the FLW Tour in years past and has over $250,000 in career winnings. but now he works in the flooring industry and fishes the weekend BFL circuit. And he's still doing well. Last year, Kendi won an event on Lake Ouachita. Today, he's still riding a morning hot streak. Meanwhile, across the lake, Conway's Steve Howard is another angler with Ouachita success, owning 2 tournament wins on this lake. But he's not seeing much success early in this one. But he enjoys it when the bite is tough.
I've been to some lakes in some other states that it's just a slugfest. And, you know, everybody is catching them, everybody figures them out, just depends on what size you figure out. I don't enjoy that as much as, I guess, not getting bit and trying to work with them and get a bite and figure out what they're doing.
For those of you new to the sport of tournament fishing, Steve describes the art of fishing. Each tournament day provides a mystery to be solved. Good anglers thrive on the challenge. While Steve Howard heads off to another area in search of his first fish of the day, let's reintroduce you to the people who are making this television series possible. Superior Auto Group is thrilled to continue service to the Arkansas outdoorsmen and women. Throughout the series, the staff at Superior will share tips and advice on how to get the most out of your vehicle.
Here's a tip for all you anglers out there. You're always backing your boat into the water, into the lake. Your differentials submerge in the water. Need to service that from time to time. We don't want the oil and water mixing in your differential. One of the most important things we do here is we check it for all the seals and gaskets, make sure everything's good to go when you get ready to back your boat into the lake. We take care of that and everything else here at Superior Dodge. Doing your multi-point inspection, make sure everything's good from front to back. We recommend that about every 6,000 to 10,000 miles.
Let's check in with Mark Howard, no relation to Steve Howard, and fishing buddy Sassy, also no relation to Steve.
She got her own Facebook page, Bass and Sassy. She'll go out, if I fish 14 hours, she'll be there for all 14 of them. I just have to take her to the bank maybe once in the middle. She's a happy camper.
Mark has seen success as a co-angler on the FLW Tour and FLW Series, but in this BFL, he's fishing from the front of the boat. Now in the FLW system, pros and boaters fish from the front and make the location decisions. They compete against each other. Co-anglers fish out of the back of the boat. They don't compete against the pros, they match up against the other co-anglers. They pay less of an entry fee, but they get a great deal. A guided fishing trip with a skilled angler and a chance to win money.
It was truly a blessing. And I've been doing it ever since. I'll fish 17 FLW events this year. And 6 on the tour, 6 in the coastas, and then 5 here, plus hopefully a couple of championships. FLW treats their anglers good. You get to be family almost. I mean, you travel with these guys so much.
FLW Arkansas is brought to you by Superior Auto Group. Not just better, superior. And by Bad Boy Mowers. Mow with an attitude. And by Certified Arkansas Bait Fish. Healthy, hardy, and safe. Log on to safebait.org. And by Intova Cameras.
There are easier ways to become a better angler. Join FLW today and take your fishing to the next level. Get the magazine, get on the water. Visit flwfishing.com/membership to find out more.
It's just before noon. We're in an area on the north side of the lake called Rabbit Tail. Now, we started off the day at about 38 degrees with no wind. The wind still has not arrived, but the temperatures are rising pretty quickly, and that's changing the fishing conditions. In this area, there are several boats. Not too many folks have been catching fish, but this boat right here, Randy Plyler and Randy Benham, they've caught a few fish. Let's go in and see what they've been doing to make a difference.
Well, what I'm throwing right here, I'm throwing a jewel, 3/16 ounce, shaky head, watermelon red, putting that style trick worm on there. That's basically all I'm doing. I'm using 30-pound braid, which is 8-pound diameter, but I'm also, since I ran out of 12 and maybe 10-pound fluorocarbon, I'm actually using a 16-pound fluorocarbon leader. So, like, who says he can't catch fish on heavier line? So it's been working. It's been working for me. You don't have to have a 6 and 8 pound test to catch a fish.
Heavy finesse.
Heavy finessing is it. Dink.
Dink. You try to watch. If it's a dink and you don't need him, walk him around on that other side so they can get towards you.
Yep. Yep. Yep, no small one. Nope, not a keeper.
Randy has a limit of 5 fish in his live well and is looking to cull. Later in the day, he'd add a little to his weight and come to the scales with 12 pounds 11 ounces. That was good for a 15th place finish and a check for over $360. Randy is driven. He grew up across the street from Arkansas bass fishing legend Ricky Green.
This is a sport I've loved to do since I was a child. There's a legend that got me started in this that I grew up across the street from, and I've been addicted to it since. So I'm really pushing it real hard now. And for my mom, I lost my mom 2 years ago from pancreatic cancer, and I'm trying to fulfill that promise that I made to her to try to win the Forest Wood Cup.
The Forest Wood Cup is the FLW Tour Championship, the pinnacle of the sport. Big money, and for some people, an even bigger prize. It is a high bluebird sky, not a cloud anywhere to be seen, very little wind as well, and as the day wears on and the temperatures come up a little bit, it's starting to affect the fishing. Not many fish are being caught right now, and it's affecting the anglers as well. But we've got a guy right here. This is Dickie Newberry in the front of the boat. He's out of Houston, Texas. He's got 10 wins, 9 of them on the BFL, 1 in the Costa Series. He's got 48 top 10s. The guy knows how to fish. He's won twice here on Ouachita as well. So if anybody can figure this out, let's hope Dickie can. Let's go in and see how he is trying to manage these conditions and try to put some fish in his live well. Well, Dickie, you've got quite a bit of success on this lake, so you should be able to figure this out more than anybody, right?
Yeah, well, my success has been here during the summer, during October, November, September, stuff like that, when the grass is up high. And right now, it's not, the grass is not what I like, put it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, normally on our lakes this time of year, you know, with the fish in the same position or same situation, you know, pre-spawn, the females are usually out on the grass, out in the deeper water. And I only had 1 day of practice, and I tried that, and I never could make it work. I'm sure that if I come up here and spend a week or so, I think that's how the big fish are going to be caught. They're going to be out on that inner grass line out in that 8 to 10 foot of water.
And then they were gone. Dickie Newberry has 3 small keepers in the live well, but when he reached the scales, he'd found a few more and brought a 5-fish limit weighing just over 11 pounds, good for a 23rd place finish.
All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the first stop of the Walmart BFL here in the Arkansas division here at beautiful Lake Ouachita at Mountain Harbor Resort and Marina.
Let's talk about your brakes. Don't want to get any kind of trouble going up and down these steep hills because you're pulling a lot of weight. Here's a good tip on your brakes. If you're going down these steep hills, you don't want to pump your brakes. You don't want to ride your brakes. You can use your transmission, gear it down just a little bit and help you get down these steep hills. Here's some warning signs, some of the things you might look for. Your steering wheel shaking side to side as you're braking. You hear a lot of chirping, quick, 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 quick. Any kind of noises from your brakes. Might want to have those things inspected. Also, don't forget, your battery is one of the most important things in your truck. Extreme cold, extreme heat, some of the worst things for your battery. Don't wait till it's too late. You need to have that thing checked out before you hear click, click, click. We take care of that and everything else here at Superior Dodge. Doing your multi-point inspection, make sure everything is good from front to back. We recommend that about every 6,000 to 10,000 miles.
On any lake in the country, when things get tough, this is my favorite thing to go to. And people need to realize that when they're out on any lake in the country, if it gets tough, get you a little shaky head worm on, put it on, get you a little spinning rod and one of these little worms, and it's pretty easy to use. I mean, you just kind of throw it out there. Throw it out there, you let it hit the bottom, and you take your tip of your rod and you let the tip of your rod do the work. You just barely tick it. You just barely tick that rod. It's just barely moving. And you bring it in, just keep working it back in. And I guess the reason it works is because it's a smaller bait and it stays in front of them so long they can't resist it and they just want to eat it. I'm going to send you some pictures of the ones we caught on a shaky head worm, and you'll see that it works on big fish too.
Hey guys, it's my favorite time of year because it's time for a bad boy.
Power, performance, cut. A better mower at a better price. And it's all Bad Boy. Industry-leading innovation with our patented Easy Ride system and swing away design built right in. It's a better mower any way you cut it. 747 cc's, 60-inch cut, $49.99.
Classic American muscle and a blast to drive. That's Bad Boy, baby. Mow with an attitude.
Our friends at Superior Auto Group have long supported all of us who love the outdoors. And all season, they'll be sharing tips and techniques on how to get the most out of your vehicle. Here's Superior Dodge Parts Manager, Paul Cato.
Hey, I'm Paul. Here at Superior Dodge Chrysler Jeep, we pride ourselves on being a one-stop shop. When you buy a truck like this 1500 Ram, you want to personalize it, make it your own. Well, we can do that here. So let's take a look at this 1500 and see what we've done to it so far. Well, let's talk about what we've done to the tires. These are BF Goodrich all-terrain, which we've upgraded this truck with. We've also upgraded the truck with a leveling kit to kind of get that front end off the ground, get you a nice level posture with the truck. We've also got the powder-coated wheels on here as well. These are the Mopar steps that we've installed on this, and they're a 5-inch oval. If you go with a blackout series, or you want to go to a chrome look, we've got both of those in stock that we can install on your truck. This particular truck came from the factory with leather, but if you want leather, we can do that as well. If you've got that cloth interior and you'd love to have a little bit of an upgrade, we're a cat skin dealer. We can install that for you as well. Okay, here's a neat feature on this Ram truck. It has Ram boxes on each side of the bed, which gives you a lot of extra storage if needed. You can also lock anything that you put in here, which is a great feature. With this particular Ram box, we've installed a holster system, which you can actually hold fishing gear if you like, your fishing rods and reels. You can also put rifles. In the bottom of the Ram box, you've actually got holes or drains where you can actually use this Ram box as a cooler. Here's a neat feature. Ram dealers have become exclusive distributors for Grizzly coolers. These are high-performance coolers that can keep ice cold better than anything on the market. Now, if you want to go more extreme, we've started with this 2016 Ram 2500 diesel, and we've started off with an 8-inch full throttle lift. We've also added a 20x12 wheels by fuel, 36-inch tires, Mickey Thompson Baja tires. We've also added these pocket flares that have been coated to match the bumper the grill and the bull bar as well. As you can see, it's a one-stop shop. We can do it all right here at Superior Dodge.
It's now 2:30 in the afternoon, and the first wave of anglers begins to approach the weigh-in stage. Now, this is the moment of truth when all of their day's work is measured and compared. The anglers bring their boats to the marina and begin to take the fish out of the live well and into their bags. The anglers check in and wait in line for their turn with Tournament Director Mark McWaugh and the scale.
Where's your favorite place to fish in Arkansas?
Right now it's Lake Ouachita.
Yeah, today it's Ouachita, yeah.
Today it's Ouachita.
The weigh-in scale is the ultimate report card. Anglers are known to stretch stories to friends and families, but the scales don't lie.
What would you say if I told you you had a dive bass tournament limit worth 14 pounds and 8 ounces all the way into first place by 4 pounds and 1 ounce?
Anglers are going for the best total weight for a 5-fish limit, but a separate category is biggest overall fish. This co-angler, Jeffrey Conway out of Mineral Springs, won the overall co-angler championship and biggest co-angler bass with 4 pounds and 5 ounces. And he gave us a stunning revelation.
How many BFLs have you fished?
This is my first one.
Your first one?
First one.
You can only, you're ruined now. You're ruined. You're going to expect, it's one and done.
I'm done.
You're going to take up golf now?
I don't think I can pick that up.
The winner on the boater's side for the guys in the front of the boat was Quincy Hoken of Mablevale. There are only 2 stringers greater than 20 pounds, and Quincy's best 5 weighed in at 21 pounds 6 ounces.
What's it like now you are a BFL champion?
I like it.
Good deal. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, second place went to Cody Burke out of Bryant. He's just 5 ounces away from winning, but don't feel too badly for him. He took big bass honors with this monster of a fish, 7 pounds 14 ounces. That one fish was worth $625 in prize money. And just like that, the first event of the BFL 2016 season is complete. Congratulations to our winners and those who made the top 10. You saw Leland Nixon declare his affinity for Lake Ouachita today. He led for most of the weigh-in until those 2 20-pound sacks came through. Jeremiah Kindy used that hot start you saw at the beginning of this show to finish in 9th place. In the co-angler side, Jeffrey Conway won by 3 pounds. Now, being a co-angler in the FLW Tournament Series is one of the best deals in fishing. It's like getting a guided fishing trip for a fraction of the cost. You get to learn from an experienced angler, and you get a chance to win money. Today's winner walked away with nearly $3,000 when you add in his big bass bonus. Speaking of winning, the crew of FLW Arkansas stays at beautiful Mountain Harbor Resort while at Lake Ouachita. There's no better way to experience the incredible scenery of Lake Ouachita than at Mountain Harbor Resort. Now, if you have a boat, you can take advantage of its first-class marina. If you don't, you can hire any of their first-class fishing guides. It's family-owned since its inception in 1955, and with over 900 acres along the shoreline of one of the most beautiful lakes in the South, you really do owe it to yourself to experience Mountain Harbor. Thanks for watching, everyone. Our next episode features the FLW Costa Series event on Lake Dardanelle. And we'll see you next time on FLW Arkansas.